Hey, what's up, everybody? So check this out. The two things I really like doing is, of course, I love boxing. Second thing is going to the movies. I love going to the movies. That's just always been my thing. See all different types of movies. And now AMC has this pass called the A-list, where it's like $19 and you can go see like probably up to three movies a week. Which, I mean, it'll pay for itself with one ticket. But anyway, look. So I wanted to do this because I just saw a movie tonight. It was called The Green Book. And I don't know if anybody's planning on seeing it. I don't know, if it's been publicized, but it was a pretty good movie, and it's basically about a concert pianist, Negro concert pianist, Dr. Don Shirley, which is a part of our history that I wasn't aware of, and I'm gonna do more research of, and I'll put this on. And a guy, Tony V, I don't even remember, he was an Italian, but he was kind of like he was a bouncer at the Copacabana nightclub, and he was hired to drive him around because he did a tour in the Deep South, and they basically knew they needed somebody that could handle themselves, in situations in which he was making this concert. So you get to see the adventures of these guys and what they go through, and it's comical. It was a very good movie, I'll give you that. But what made me really want to push this movie, because of a piece of history. Now, I didn't know about it, and I could just be ignorant to the fact of that it existed, but it's called The Green Book, and that's because there was such thing as a green book back in the day. And what it was a roadmap for Negroes, so you wouldn't get lost and end up on the wrong road down south, which let you know where you were allowed to eat, where you were allowed to sleep in different hotels that allowed Negroes. And even in certain towns, they called sundown towns, basically where blacks weren't allowed out after sundown. And I mean, this is stuff that you learn in movies, and maybe if I read a little more, I might know. I mean, but it's always so much that went on in our history that you really don't get a piece of. If it's so much that you can't capture all the abuse we probably went through and endured. But I had to look it up to make sure, is this actually a thing? But as they were traveling, when it came, he was traveling with it was a trio, two other white musicians, and they took different routes, and he had to take a certain route because the routes he took allowed him places to sleep and places to eat. You know what I'm saying? In the Deep South. And I mean, in the Southern state, I can't tell you which states. I know which states they went to, but watch the movie. It's a good movie. And then look up the Green Book. I actually looked it up, and they actually sell them on Amazon. I'm thinking about buying one just to look at it, just to see a piece of history, and which, geez, I mean, blacks couldn't even travel. I mean, you kind of knew it, but just to think that somebody took the time to make like a road atlas to let you know the safest place for you to travel as a black person, and they called it The Green Book. So that's what the movie was based on. It was a good movie, if you like something like The Help and stuff like that, or the Butler, I mean, you'll like this movie. I'm not sure how well it's being published, so I haven't really heard anybody talking about going to see it, but like I said, I'm a movie goer, so I went to see it. If you get a chance and you have a night out at the movie, you want to see a good quality movie with a good story, check out The Green Book. And if you get a chance, look it up and see what The Green Book actually was, because I'm thinking about ordering one just as a piece of history. I think it said it was kind of authentic, and just to see a piece of history, what we had to go through back in the day, just to feel safe. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was really kind of, I was wondering the whole movie, does this really exist? Does this book really exist? But it does. It's called The Green Book. The movie's called The Green Book. Look up both. Recommended this. Night of the Movies. It was a good movie. There you go.